I'm trying my best. Everyone's made characters already. Okay, and everyone's gotten the
Randomly generated, yeah.
okay, and everyone's gotten the synopsis. So like mid to late '90s ish, um, and it's a collective of what did I describe it as? Like urban exploration guys, i.e., you like to go around and videotape abandoned shit. That's the intro. And you've heard about this house out in the suburbs that allegedly I need a name for her. Can anyone quickly think of a name? Irene. Her name is now Irene. A local singer for like a metal band, kind of a local celeb. So allegedly, this is where she used to live before she gave up her career. So maybe some good memorabilia to be found in that house. How about we go around the group and introduce our characters? What you guys got?
Who's ready? I got mine pulled up. It's Riley Burns. He's a journalist. Um, how much of him do you want to know? Just
As much as you
broad
feel like,
strokes.
as much as you feel like sharing.
All right, he's got an athletic physique, sharp face, precise speech. They are honorable but rude. They suffer from being demoted. So he's probably like just a blogger now.
Awesome.
I won't. I don't think it matters who their significant or contacts are. But yeah, he says something lurking in his dreams, and they believe that morality is black and white. That's
Okay,
Riley Burns.
Riley. Okay, and do you have
Oh, he has a gun for some
Okay,
reason. A rifle. He has a rifle and a dagger.
that's exactly what I was going to ask. Do you have a gun? Um,
I don't know
uh,
how a journalist walks around with a rifle, but we'll say
He's a
it's not assembled.
war correspondent.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a hunting rifle. He just has it in his bag.
Well, in the kind of stuff you guys videotape, it might be a good idea to go around armed. Um, you know,
Okay.
I don't know about. Did you say you have two guns?
No, a
Oh,
rifle and a dagger.
got it, got it. Okay. Well, I don't know about all that, but probably a good idea to have something. All right. Who's next?
I can go. Joseph Porter. He is a medic. They survived an attack they can't explain. A specific religion guides them. The towering physique and a bony face, and their speech is very gravelly.
Nice, very edgy. Okay.
Um, the the random generator was aware apparently of my tradition of like playing female characters.
Okay.
So my person is Victoria Grant. She is a social worker, uh, and also carrying a rifle for some reason. I guess strictly for the urban exploring, probably not for the social work so much, um, unless she's really unorthodox. She has not encountered the unknown yet. So
Interesting.
yeah, uh, do y'all think like Joseph and Riley, have y'all told her about your experiences with the unexplainable, or is that not known to her at this point? You think?
No, just a dream of, I don't think Riley would mention it. He's just like this weird lurking dream. He's a man. In the late 90s, I guess they wouldn't talk about that stuff.
Not for many more years. Yeah.
I'd say Joseph might have. He's probably the specific religion guides him. So my mind went straight to Christian. I hope I'm not offending anyone. So he's probably kind of preaching and annoying about whatever he saw or was attacked by.
Yeah, I
So
was
you're
gonna.
saying this guy could turn water into wine and they were just partying all the time? Sounds amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Does anyone think that their exposure, their previous exposure, has like guided them towards this career of being the video blogging career, or is this strictly going to be like a free time, something that you do in your free time kind of a deal, or what? Did anyone have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd say Joseph suffers from being discredited. So I think like he saw or was attacked by something unexplainable, and now he's just like trying to tell everybody about it. Everyone thinks he's, full of crap, and he's just this guy keeps seeing Jesus and toast and water stands, and everyone's tired of listening to him.
All
I
right.
think Riley's, like I said, suffering from being demoted, so he's trying to get an edge on the next hot thing in journalism. So he's like, oh, yeah, maybe this could be it. This could be my big break.
I think Victoria, she suffers from being defrauded. I'll base this on things that I keep reading about online. Let's say that her job is like exploitative and doesn't pay anything, and she like needs the extra income to make ends meet from something, and rather than do something more traditional, she's doing this urban exploring and videography because it's a good it's adventurous and edgy and risky and kind of a lot of the things that she doesn't get to do in her very rule oriented day job.
Okay. And Chad, I need your character's name one more time.
Joseph Porter.
Joseph, not Joe. Joseph. Okay. Anything else to go over before? No one like rolled magic for like character creation, right?
I did.
Oh, you did. Do you
Oh yeah,
understand how?
magic.
Do you understand how magic works?
Yeah.
Good, because I don't.
It's I don't know the rolling part. I know that I sometimes need to roll if I'm like doing it under stress, I think. But otherwise it's like it's Knave rules, and we figured it out it's crushing honey, so whenever I pull that out. Crushing honey.
Interesting. That makes me think of something like you summon up like a gelatinous cube on top of somebody or something like that.
Something like that,
weighs them
yeah.
down. Yeah. Interesting.
Nice.
Here, while I'm thinking of it, let me grab I've got the book like a foot or two away. I'll grab it real quick.
I
Very
just
good.
have the summary.
That'll get you there. Summary, I think.
Just very important character thing. I am honorable but rude, so expect a lot of sexism.
Okay. Gosh, don't you want to role play?
What's different about? I'm playing myself.
Yeah. Okay. We'll fast track to the three of you are standing outside of the house. Actually, before we do that, I have two more nifty gifties for this session for you guys. Everyone can go ahead and roll a d6. We're going to do this twice. One for a cool trick your character can do, and one for a cool extra item your character begins with.
Sweet.
Let's do the cool trick first.
I got a 3.
Joseph, you can hack electronics. Somewhere along the line, you learned how to. Guys, it's usually the password is usually just password.
I also got a 3.
Why don't you reroll?
Oh, you want me to reroll? Want to have a different one?
Yeah.
Well, the second roll was a 1.
Okay, you can pick locks,
Okay.
Riley.
I had a 1, so now I got a 6.
You know the Vulcan nerve pinch.
Yes.
How applicable or real that is, we'll determine later.
Okay.
How about let's go another round.
Does it duplicates matter, or this is all fresh stuff?
We'll avoid a new round of duplicates, but it doesn't matter what you roll. Does that make sense?
Oh,
it's a different table.
Second roll was a 6.
You have a UV flashlight.
Oh.
Yeah, careful.
Pastor, what's that on your coat?
With a 1, you start with a rusty, jagged pocket knife.
Sorry. I keep rolling duplicates. Okay, 5.
You have a graffiti marker.
Nice.
What is that? Like a... Don't you just
Big
use
old
spray paint?
paint pen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this big, thick thing.
Okay, like a super Sharpie.
But yeah, but it's like paint sort of instead of ink or something like that.
Okay. Works for me. Okay, so cool tricks known and cool stuff in hand. The three of you begin standing outside um, quite the dilapidated looking suburban house. For mental imagery, I picture. I'm sure at some point you guys have seen like rolling through camera footage of like bad Detroit, right? Where it's sort of overgrown and neglected and so on. You're in that kind of a neighborhood. Standing outside of a 1-story ranch style house. It doesn't look to have more than maybe 2 or 3 bedrooms to it. The windows look kind of boarded up where they're not smashed. It's in bad need of a paint job, and the lawn is covered by a lot of dried grass, overgrown knee high or not knee high, ankle high. The sidewalk you're standing on is cracked and the grass is overgrown on top of it. The street behind you is more pothole than pavement. Excuse me, whoever drove here probably had to park quite a ways away and you had to walk the way up here. So in order to be a video blog trio, I think we should go ahead and just, you guys should also describe what kind of recording equipment you guys also have in addition to whatever you rolled. What do you guys think?
Can I carry a boom mic? Is that cool if I'm the one who's like this the whole time?
The boom mic guy? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
I think Riley would probably have the camera then, and then I think that would mean Joe, you're the mouth.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna do the clapper, but I can do the face. That's fine.
Somebody has to be talking, right?
I just screwed everything up by sharing my screen.
Can't see anything though.
Yeah, it's a blank virtual tabletop thing. I'm trying something different. I should have told you guys, but it's screwed up the whole Zoom picture as well. Oh yeah, go for it, man.
But look, I can draw.
Hey.
That's Riley. This is what he looks like.
All right.
He's a cigarette.
That's pretty good. Oh yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, we're not gonna. Sorry, guys. I know you're in the middle of doodles.
Come on, man.
Fuck. I'm trying to use because I'm not too keen on the new Owlbear thing yet. I probably need some more FaceTime with it. So I was trying to use the app I use for my in-game thing. It's fine. Because this mapping isn't too important for this one, so we can do without. Okay, yeah. So standing outside the exterior of the house, ranch style, at most maybe 3 bedrooms to it. In front of you is a sagging porch that looks to be in such bad condition. It leads up to the front door, and is in such bad condition you think, like, gosh, you probably don't want to touch it without like gloves on, or you're gonna get splinters for the rest of your life, and kind of a deal. What do you guys do?
I guess are we filming right now?
Wait, it's like this, right? In the 90s?
This is my intro. Here we are in front of Irene's home where she famously wrote Satan's saggy porch. We're gonna go inside and take a closer look.
Awesome. Satan's saggy porch.
Looks good, Padre.
I'm writing it down. Okay. As you approach, you see off to the side is easy to miss because it's so like the paint has been washed off for the ages, and it looks sun bleached. But the plastic doghouse just off to the side of the porch. There is a lead like buried in the ground leading up into the doghouse.
Hey, do you guys think we should get footage of that dog, or empty doghouse? I guess.
Yeah, let's get some other footage. I guess does anybody have a flashlight?
I don't.
Flip phone. I use the light on my phone. Not even the light. The light. It's just the screen light.
The screen of your phone. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have a UV light, and he turns it on. And he's like, "Padre, is your coat black or white?"
Yes.
We could probably also the camera probably also has at least a light, if not a like night vision mode.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Okay.
get closer to filming there.
Okay. As you approach, angling your light into the doghouse, you see there is definitely an animal inside.
Oh my God! There's a
It's
creature in here.
it is probably a dog, and it's asleep at the moment.
Oh.
It doesn't react as long as all you do is sort of like pan around the doghouse without approaching. It doesn't seem to be reacting to that.
Can we
It
tell
looks
if
like
it's
it's tied
alive?
up.
It is alive. You can see and now hear its heavy breathing, sort of like reverberating through the play school plastic doghouse kind of thing. And it has like a leash on it, which is like stuck to the yard, like a stick. Like, what's the term?
Gotta
It's-
run.
It's anchored.
It's like staked into the yard. Yeah.
That's the word. Staked into the yard. Yep.
Okay. And it looks like the dog is wearing a collar that's got the lead on it. Like
Mm-hmm.
dog appears to be fully secured to the ground.
Looking
as
for
far
it,
as we
you
can
can see it actually has like a spiked collar. You can see the metal
Okay.
prongs.
Is this place abandoned, or do we know anything about this house?
Yeah. Supposedly it's abandoned. That's the rumor.
There's a dog here.
But there's a dog here.
You think it was abandoned by the owners? Should we let it go?
I know some folks at the ASPCA, if you want to call them later. You could, see if they can have somebody come pick this dog up.
Yeah.
Seems like a real crime to just leave the poor thing here.
And it
But
could
somebody
be a-
must have been feeding it.
It could be a follow-up story.
Yeah, maybe on the way out.
Yeah,
And
it's a good
to be
idea.
clarify, you
Rescue.
guys are approaching at night too, of course, right? Because we've asked about flashlights. Yep.
I was going to ask that earlier. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're circling around the doghouse, you can see some Technicolor lights coming from deep inside the house. Maybe like from a TV. Maybe it's like a music video or something like that. It's a lot of like flashy, very bright, sporadic, like a gamut of light colors coming through.
Might have some squatters.
Somebody's definitely living here. This is one of the windows on the front face of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Do
maybe
you
this
think-
dog has an owner? There's somebody squatting here.
If I hold the boom mic up to the wall, can I hear like what they're watching at all?
Yeah. So obviously you have like a headset, so you can hear what's coming through the boom mic.
Yeah.
Okay, this segue will make sense if anyone can answer yes to this question. Has anyone been to Disney World or Disneyland and taken like the Haunted Mansion ride? At the very end, there's that waving
Mhm.
like hologram that recites some names. If you listen to it, like just like if you can convince yourself, you'll hear a name. Victoria, as you're holding the microphone up, like almost touching the window with it, you are damn certain that the music it's definitely like Irene's band, the Satan Soggy Porch Band. That's the name of the band now too, and their hit single was the same.
It was a car or two. Sorry.
It's that genre. It's metal music too, but the lyrics are just your name, Victoria, Victoria, being like repeated over and over again, in a very alluring and sort of like borderline hypnotic sort of
Ooh,
call.
Don't keep us in suspense, Victoria. What are you hearing?
this song is awesome.
Vibe check.
it's a. Wait, is this a control check, you think, or something like that? I forget how that works. I'm sorry, I forgot all the rules since we played this last time.
Um,
Um,
yeah, I don't think it's quite worth a point of
control loss or
yeah, sanity loss. It's not sanity. Scanning
Press.
thing.
Right?
Yeah, it's not going to afflict psychic damage, whatever the term is.
okay,
But we're definitely like playing on the perimeter of it. Does that make sense?
okay, yeah. I guess I do my best to describe like a cool thrash metal song that uh, is about somebody. All I say is that it's about somebody named Victoria. I don't think I specifically say that it's only the name Victoria over and over. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy, right? What are the odds?
Well, maybe this place isn't abandoned. Should we go see if we can sweet talk the owner into letting us, do a story?
Yeah, maybe they knew previous owners.
Maybe it's fans that wanted to squat here because they like the band. That would make sense, right?
And they did plant a dog in the yard. That seems a little bit more than just squatting.
Good point.
Yeah, no, like when people visit a famous musician's grave or something like that, could be kind of what's going on here. Let's
All right.
maybe we approach quietly.
Should we look for a back entrance or
We
just I don't
could we
know.
just knock on the door and see if they'll let us in?
Is this conversation happening like on the porch outside of the house, or are you guys like still on the sidewalk?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, we're still outside, I guess.
Like on the
I
sidewalk
think
though, or
I think we're oh
Well, we went up there to like look at the dog and stuff, so we're
Okay.
probably on the porch.
okay. Yeah. So I think we're whispering though, right? So far Victoria's been whispering, like mindful that whoever's inside can't hear us too easily,
got like one
hopefully
can
over the
off?
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph, as time is going by, and now Victoria is talking about this music, tilting your head, you're absolutely convinced that you can now hear it too. Except, what you hear is Joseph in the lyrics.
Mm.
It's definitely like Satan Segi Porch, like #1 hit, but it's been remixed in a way that incorporates the name Joseph.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably mention that. Um, yeah, I never heard this single before. Um, and I imagine Joseph sort of doing all this in like a stage whisper, and he's doing the very exaggerated, like hunched over, kind of excited thing for the camera all the time.
Way too animated, yeah.
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 Riley, as you're scanning your camera around, whenever you like pan across the windows to get those like vivid Technicolor lights that are coming through the window, it sort of distorts your camera. Like you have to like fiddle with the focus settings and such to like bring it in. But as soon as like the colors sort of like warble out to like another shade, you have to do it all over again. It's just
Getting
disrupt
some
your...
interference. Maybe we need to move spots.
Maybe we take a look inside, get a closer look.
All right. I mean, if the place isn't abandoned, we should be polite and knock on the door.
No, of course. I'll take out a baton. Like I imagine one of those kind of collapsible police batons.
Jeez, Padre.
Well, you never know what's inside. I'll head up to, if there's a door near, I'll head up and do a very exaggerated knock on the door.
Yeah. I'll
Side
get
note,
in a position where I can film the
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 interaction.
angle for. Yeah.
You guys have definitely seen some shit if you're carrying like a rifle, police baton, lockpicks. You've had some bad encounters with this career path of yours. There's no response when you knock on that door.
Huh.
The
Maybe they
music,
left the TV on?
the music is unmistakable at this point, and it does sound like a recording. Doesn't sound like live music. But each one of you is hearing your own name in place of the lyrics.
Oh. You guys hear that? I don't think I ever dated Irene, but she wrote a song about me. Flattered.
Sounds like she wrote a song about me. Are you hearing it right?
What are you talking about? This is still the song about Victoria.
I don't know what you guys are smoking.
I think you need to check your levels.
I think at this point,
I check my levels. Yeah.
at this point, we are definitely having an encounter with the strange or the odd. So everyone make a control save, or take a point of stress. You want to roll
the 2d6?
D20 and under
D20.
your control score. At or under.
Nice.
Under.
Yes.
Good to go. It's not so weird after all.
Oh,
No.
I'm pretty sure I failed.
I was gonna say Riley's awfully quiet.
I did not do so well. I'm pretty sure it's Riley, guys. It's a pretty unique name. You can't mix it up with Joe or Victoria.
Okay. And just to be clear, stress damage goes to your hit protection, just like regular damage.
Oh,
Yeah, so your HP.
so
Oh, okay. Cool.
how much did you say?
One stress, one damage to your hit protection.
Oh.
Yeah, that was something when I played this game last, the group had a hard time parsing. They were like, man, I only have like 2 hit points. But it's not really hit points, it's shielding of all kinds.
Yeah,
and just taking
buffered, yeah.
and just taking like a 5-minute like catch your breath, a swig of water restores it. So
Yeah.
it's very quick to get it back. Yeah. It's not until you start taking damage to your strength score that you're sweating. Yeah, okay, so 1 point of stress, and there's no reconciling, Riley, just how convinced you are that what you're hearing is Riley and not Victoria or Joseph.
Am I the only one that failed?
Correct.
All right.
I guess so, yeah.
I gotta prove it to you guys. I'm gonna try to pick this lock and get us in there so you can hear it.
Okay, with your lockpicks,
Mhm.
and also the fact that the door is not locked.
Oh,
It opens up.
I'll pretend like I picked it
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes.
This takes a lot of years of practice. See, we're in.
Yeah, as the door swings open, the sound of recorded music is unmistakable. But the doorway opens up into a dark living room that is mostly overtaken by a bunch of unopened cardboard boxes, as if someone had just moved into the house. But because some of them, as you're like panning your camera around, you can see that some of the boxes are like left open, and what's sticking out of them is all sorts of Satan Segi Porch memorabilia, recordings like CDs, cassettes. That'd be a thing. A box that's like labeled T-shirts, calendars, blah 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 blah. Around
Jackpot.
to the right would be a hallway, which looks like it would lead presumably to like the bedrooms of the house and the bathrooms. But in front of the hallway is like a little alcove, like a little wall sticking out, and the light from a television is bouncing off the walls on the opposite side of the room. So that's what you were seeing through the windows. Across the room to the left is what looks like a closet door. And then the wall, like to your immediate left, sort of bumps out and curves around, leading you to believe that there's like a room to your immediate left. Does this make sense? Large living room, hidden like TV alcove, closet door to across left, a room to your left. Can't see the door to it. You probably have to like go around to get to the door. And then to the right is a hallway.
All right. I mean, I guess we're rolling. All right, Padre.
Mysterious. Where are the lights coming from? Again?
All the lights are all off, but the light is presumably coming from a TV, which is sort of like tucked around a wall. So you're seeing the light bouncing off the wall on the wall across from you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Does that
Gotcha.
make
Yeah.
sense? Yeah, yeah.
That finally
Yeah.
clicked for me. Yeah, yeah.
You and the TV are facing the same direction,
got it.
right? Yeah.
And then there's the closet and wherever this other room is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
The music has changed as you guys enter the room. The like metal band sort of like subsides and it becomes sort of more it's flute music, quieter and softer. You could imagine it maybe being like a mood piece for an album, but it's not in the same genre anymore. Unless maybe it's like an introduction or something like that. I'm not musically inclined, so I'm probably butchering all the terms, but
uh, no, I'm trying to think of that like metal band, which shoot, it's like a really famous black metal band that like a bunch of its members reformed later as like sort of a new age band. It's like satanic music, but it sounds like normal new age music. I don't know. That's what I'm envisioning in my mind as the flute music sounds like.
okay.
Who's that guy that plays that weird instrument? You know what I'm talking about? It's like long hair.
You talking about Yanni? Yeah, he plays the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like Yanni, but they're if you ask them like what their deal is, they're all like Satan. So yeah,
it used to be Yanni before, just in the crazy lettering, so no one knew it was the same guy.
it's the same guy the whole time.
When you think of the band, share it with me because I'd love to.
Yeah, I want to say I'll try to think of who it is. It's not Mayhem. It's one of those, but somebody similar to them. Yeah.
But you get what I'm implying though is
Yeah.
the mood is shifted dramatically
Yeah.
as you guys sort of like cross into the threshold of the living room.
What's it feel like inside? It's Detroit, right?
Yeah. It feels stuffy in this room because again there's like towering stacks of cardboard boxes full of merchandise. None of it's been like packed away or stored away with any like long-term goals in mind. Kind of giving you the impression that it feels like something bad happened here suddenly.
Ooh.
Leading the house to be abandoned. This house is not like packed away to be left. It feels abandoned.
Mm.
And it feels claustrophobic. Does this make sense? It's the difference of walking into a stranger's house, like where they live, and like walking into like a house that's been like cleaned out, like for
deserted.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Joseph has a crucifix that he wears, carved out of bone. He's gonna dramatically look at the camera and give it a kiss once before putting it back into his shirt. And then he's gonna call out, "Hello, is anyone here?"
Just the music.
Tori, are you hearing anything?
I think pretty much just what you guys are. I got some flute music. I don't think I'm getting much else. I wonder if maybe somebody fell asleep over there. You think we should go check it out?
I mean the next room or I think we're next to the TV, right?
Somebody had to have been watching it, right?
You'll have to go around like a half wall to get to the TV.
Yeah. So I'm kind of suggesting that we venture over to where we can see who's in the TV alcove, if anybody. I'm picturing like a sleeping person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
As you circle around, you guys entered from the south. So just to give bearings again, east is that hallway, which leads deeper into the house. As you guys circle around the alcove, which is northeast, southeast is the kitchen. There's like an opened doorway, like the doorway's hanging open, and you can see like the tiling. It's clearly the kitchen. And northeast is that closet door. Anyways, northwest is the door. So southwest is the kitchen, northwest is the closet door, northeast is the TV alcove, straight east is the hallway. I feel like I made it less clear. You circle.
I'm so confused. Sorry. I'm gonna try to draw a diagram this time.
Okay.
But we're going towards the TV room, basically.
Yes, you're in. Yeah, so you're in the living room, circle around to like where the TV is tucked away. There's nobody. There's no. There is furniture, but it's covered in boxes, and it's just the TV against the wall, reflecting. It's playing images of a weird, colorful cosmos. So it's sort of like if someone recorded like a planetarium show, right? But without any sort of like voiceover to explain what you're looking at. And as the video pans through all sorts of like celestial bodies, all of which look foreign, like there's no like obvious like Saturn or whatever, or Mars. The colors are like bleeding on the screen to run, like through like purples and teals and stuff like that, where you would think space would be mostly black and white, right?
Yeah. And when I'm recording, is there anything weird happening, or?
Yeah. Every time the colors shift on the screen, you have to do the thing where you like retool your focus and dial in your camera again.
Getting a lot of interference. Maybe we should, turn the TV off.
Good idea. It's starting to give me some seizures here. I'll go and I'll try to turn the TV off.
Okay. Make a control save as you approach the TV.
3 under, I guess.
Yeah, 3 sounds very good. You can feel the TV sort of like it weighs heavy on your brain as you like approach the TV. And if you weren't able to like maintain control, it would hurt. It would hurt your head, honestly, to keep looking at it.
A strange pressure coming from the TV. Does it go away when I turn turn it off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's an older TV, so it has like the chunky dials. Ka-chunk.
Oh, okay.
And you can hear like the television, like the electricity sort of like staticky, like bleeding out
Crackle.
of the yeah. And it's so quiet in the house without the TV going. You really can hear like the built-in VCR sort of like spooling down, and the power just sort of like bleeding out of this old television.
It was a tape.
Mm.
It's kind of trippy. Maybe we should take that tape with us.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Can I eject it and take tape?
Yeah.
On VCR.
Yeah, the tape. It's like a previously blank tape that you would take to record stuff on at home, on top of. The tape inside the deck is as vividly colored as the footage of what you watched. Like if you didn't know better, you'd say there was like goo or something inside the tape, and it's weirdly heavy too.
All right, I'll put it away.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, Padre, lead the way. Let's do our shtick.
Yeah, I guess let's just go around the room and check out all these doors.
I wonder if I could show.
Spoilers.
How's that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Does that help? Committed to memory. All right.
Victoria, did you do what do they call it?
A screenshot. I can hold it back up if you guys need me to. But does that help?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Victoria if she did. What do they call it when they do the background noise? The room.
Oh yeah.
They record it to get the room noise out of the way.
Oh, to get the room level, and I don't know what you call that. Yeah, and then they adjust everything so you don't hear the.
But sort of like level set your audio, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you do that, Victoria?
Yeah, I think I realized that I've never really like. Well, also, yeah, the now that the TV is off, all the soundscape has changed. So I'm gonna try to, yeah, listen for the kind of background noise and try to level things off.
Okay. Thank Miguel for volunteering you to do this later.
Okay. Oh no.
Room
Uh,
temp.
yeah, to get the temperature of the room or something. We know what we're talking about.
Mhm.
In the
Oh, yeah.
quiet that follows, you definitely are picking up some sort of like I'm assuming you have like some sort of like monitor to look at, and you're seeing some sort of like a wavelength on your mic, like on your readout that maybe you're not even hearing in your headphones.
Yeah.
So it takes some time to like sort of like wave the microphone around the room to sort of like play hot and cold for where the sound is coming from. And it's not until you start like lowering the microphone against the ground that it starts actually the feed starts coming into your headphones and you hear a very lilting but room tone. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like almost siren song vocalization coming from below you. It's a feminine voice. It's beautiful. It's talented, but it's too quiet to like really get like a good impression of past that through the floor.
I think I'm gonna pass the headphones around real quick and be like, you guys gotta hear this. This is coming. Look where my mic is. This is coming from the floor.
The basement? Do you think there's a basement?
There's gotta be.
Mhm.
Oof.
Awesome. Now everyone can make a control save.
it.
Sorry, that was not my intention. Oh no.
Fail.
Thanks, Victoria.
I think it's just a
What
point of stress. It's weird.
is
This is
it?
weird.
Meet
This is
it?
weird.
Is it under or
Yeah, at or below.
at or below? Okay, I just passed then.
Just a point. Just one point. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that'd be very strange and weird and unsettling.
Well, I right now I like
No, I
hearing
think
like the room noise, and I'm like a little scared. Getting like goosebumps.
Yeah, should we go check this out? Maybe there's some kind of recording studio in the basement.
Does this house look like it would have a basement, or like from the outside?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it does. It definitely does. It was like cinder blocks on like the lower like perimeter of the house.
Okay.
Classic, basement stuff.
but not an external, like the access to the basement isn't like through a storm doors. I forget what you call that. The
The diagonal.
yeah.
Those are, I think they are called storm doors, but no, you
Okay,
can see anything
cool.
like that. Yeah.
We can pretend that Riley knows the words to this. Oh yeah, the blah blah blah.
We'll pretend that Victoria knew room tone and was like, "I'm good, guys. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get the you know what I'm talking about." Yeah. So that main room has a closet, has a door that appears to lead to another room that's now across from where we are now in the alcove, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the wall that would be to our right, I think, there's a closet set in that wall as well.
Yeah, I
I
can
may have put the
I,
closet in the wrong
it's
place.
okay. I can just hold it up again.
Spoilers.
Let me make your
Okay. So closet, kitchen,
This is the
entrance,
closet.
TV
Yeah,
going around.
that's
Okay.
hard. That's really hard to do backwards. Okay, down there. That's the that's the closet.
Got it. Okay.
where's okay. Cool.
You guys want to check
let's,
out the closet?
yeah.
All right. Lead the way, Padre.
Locked. The door's locked.
Oh, I have lockpicks.
But now that you're looking at it,
Nice.
it's not a closet. It's probably the basement stairs.
Oh,
Because the door is like halfway into the room, and then there's like a wall, like it sticks out and like a wall running down. Unless it's a very long, narrow closet, it makes more sense to be the stairs leading down.
I'll try to pick the door. Pick the lock.
Okay. How about
What should I roll?
Well, there's only 3 stats, right?
Well, good.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the d20, and we'll decide how much we need to worry about it.
I got an 11. My dex, I don't know if it would be dex or strength or control,
It would be
but my
dex, yeah.
dex.
Yeah.
Okay, my dex is 16. So I
Yeah.
rolled
Okay.
under.
Yeah. You jimmy the lock, and the door pops open, and sure enough, um, there's door. It's a like concrete stairs leading straight down. It has the like a naked light bulb hanging like halfway over the stairwell. Like I don't know. To me, this is like classic Midwestern basement stuff. The steps are concrete, and then like above the steps, like in like the far wall, is like a makeshift like pantry kind of a deal. Completely barren at this point. It's a pantry that wouldn't like survive any sort of like safety like review today, but like back in the day, like it was like yeah, just throw some shelves above the stairs. That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely bare.
All right.
In the even in the stillness of the air though, the light bulb, which isn't on, is like you can hear it like swinging and like hitting like the little like chain, the pull chain to turn it on. You can hear like the glass like tink 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 like hitting the glass hitting the metal chain.
All right,
How's
Padre.
how's the room tone? Oh, sorry.
How's the room tone?
Yeah,
Oh, the room tone, yeah.
yeah.
The term that we all know. It's definitely easier to pick up on the sound now. Absolutely, it's definitely coming from down in the basement.
Yeah, let's shed a little light on the situation, and I'll head downstairs and pull the pull chain.
The light bulb immediately like goes out. Like you hear like the it's deafening in the quiet of the house for the light bulb
Jeez, Padre.
to go bad. First thing it does is pop.
Here, take my UV light. And I turn it on, and oh, you have a Pollock painting on your pants? There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the truth, him being like an EMT, is actually probably some blood and other kind of viscera from his day job. But
I'm not sure you want to pull at that thread.
That's not what we were all thinking, but okay.
Okay. The stairway leads straight down, and then it leads to a concrete enclosure of like an obvious laundry room. As you sort of turn the corner to look inside of it, you see huge, like industrial-sized washing machines, like against one side of the wall. In fact, they're even labeled for like a washing business, giving you the immediate impression of like, oh, someone got this like secondhand or whatever. But your second thought is like, man, how do they get machines that big down here, right? Then there's piles and piles of clothes all over the floor, with just like you can tell somebody would like kick like pathways between all the clothes to like walk through this room. On a shelf next to the wash machines, you see soap and bleach, a rack for drying clothes. On the same shelf as the detergent and stuff like that is a notebook that looks sort of like warped and waterlogged. And then across the room is a small and heavy, rusty metallic door, sort of bolted into the cinder block wall.
Does anybody want to look at that soggy notebook?
Allow me. And I'm going to hand it to the Padre. Here you go, Padre. I got a film.
Yeah, I'll start flipping it for the camera.
The notebook is so beat up and like dried, like it was clearly like drenched in water and then like dried out and then like left for a long time in this basement that you're worried the pages will break as you fan through them. But the notebook is filled with lyrics, with the theme of song lyrics with the theme of insatiable hunger, body changes, nightmares that are more real than life. As the notebook goes on, the handwriting gets increasingly desperate looking, scratchy.
What do you got there, Padre?
Lyrics to an unreleased theme album, perhaps. It's a bet you pretty penny. All right, collector.
Nice.
Pretty bleak stuff.
I'm gonna pan around the room. What do the piles of clothes look like?
It's a mixture of like everyday normal clothes that belonging to like a small family, maybe 3 people,
Oh,
and
okay.
then also piles of like to be pre-washed merchandise clothes, band shirts and stuff like that.
Are there any shoes in the mix?
Nope, no shoes in the mix.
So it just looks like regular laundry piles. There's nothing like
Yeah,
odd. Okay. Whoever lived here, my goodness, what a bunch of slobs.
What kind of clothes are they? Do they look like clothes that people in a metal band would wear, or do they look just like regular street clothes?
it's so many black T-shirts. Like it takes a while to like
Okay.
parse through all. Yeah, a
Lots
lot.
of illegible band logos.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
there's like a clear delineation of like this pile over here is like a collection of like retro band shirts and stuff like that. But then like this entire side of the wall is just piles and piles and piles of Satan's soggy porch.
Seen soggy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had personal clothes over here and then merchandise clothes over there.
You guys ever seen washing machines like these? Do they look industrial or just old?
Both. Old industrial.
Okay.
They're heavy duty. We use these down to the station to wash our scrubs and stuff.
That's exactly right. These are like professional grade. Does that make sense? Washing machine.
Yeah. do
I'm
you want to
take
see if
a
there's
peek.
anything in them?
Yeah. Is it more
yeah.
band shirts?
Yeah, you crack open the washing machine and it's filled with it's actually kind of hard to open because it's the door's like stuck, and when you pull it away you can hear like the breaking crunch of something dried and encrusted inside of the washing machine.
Mm.
And you pull it open, all of your noses are hit by the coppery smell of old blood. Shining your light inside, you can see the clothes. There's clothes like all around the drum inside this, but they're all like stuck to the drum because there's so much dried and encrusted blood all over
So the
this
UV
washing
light would definitely be like just
machine. Blinding.
white.
Yeah.
Blinding.
Blinding, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think that's another control save.
Yikes.
Fail.
Uh-oh.
I just passed.
I'm going to have to see those dice, mister.
Oh, they're on the
I'm kidding.
on the Discord.
I'm 100% kidding.
I failed.
Okay.
Finally lost a hit point.
Looking for the stress table. Contact, the weird and unexplainable, is D4 stress.
4. Okay.
Oof, it's getting bigger. I think Riley being a journalist would, I mean, it's definitely freaky, but he doesn't lose his shit. But he's like, this is very unusual.
Yeah, Riley's got, he's a veteran, right? Is that what you said?
Well, he's athletic physique, but I don't know. Doesn't say anything about his background, other than he's a
What?
journalist.
I thought you said he had, oh no, someone said he did like war footage recording.
Oh, yeah. I was joking. It was a war
Okay. Well,
Oh,
Riley
because
goes
of the
back to
rifle?
His rifle.
yeah, Riley goes into that like brain capacity, like you switch modes, right? To wartime.
What happens when you hit 0 HP?
Oh,
I know this.
Happens.
You have a stress fallout. You roll a d20 on the stress fallout table.
Uh-oh. Padre, are you with us?
hold that thought.
A 9.
Liminal communion. It wasn't noticeable at first, but you've slowly begun to regularly do a sequence of gestures, words, or actions, almost as if you are performing a ritual.
Oh, nice.
Oh. All right.
I'm not going to read the rest because it's secret squirrel stuff for you, Joseph. Do you have a copy of the book?
Oh, yeah. What page is that?
It'll be on page 22.
But we don't pick it up because he's always doing rituals with his Christian.
Yeah, I would probably be doing a lot of this anyway.
But I would imagine Joseph gets a lot. I don't know. Maybe Joseph starts like reversing it or something. Like that.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Yeah, I like that. Going in reverse.
Uh-oh.
Hard
Yeah.
to pick up on, probably too. I
Yeah.
like that.
In the camera, it looks right though, so I don't pick it up. Nothing odd here.
Give Joseph a minute to parse what's happened to him.
My God, that's a lot of
Okay.
blood.
Oh,
This is going to put us on the map, everyone. This is going to make us famous. We should open the other one up.
that's true. Yeah, Padre, would you say something about this discovery? You know, for the audience, this is the craziest stuff we've ever found.
He's probably like kind of frozen from it, just kind of doing the reverse, muttering to himself. And this is I don't know how to explain this. Is there any other viscera in there? Or is it just like blood, dried blood?
Yeah, there's clothes in there, but
Okay.
it's kind of hard to say. There's
It's
no
not like there's bones or
Mm,
shoes. Like
no. Just a lot of dried, bloody clothes.
yeah.
Should we try
No
opening up the other one? See what we might find there. How are you doing, Victoria? Are you gonna faint? You doing okay?
I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm a little weirded out. I think to mask the smell of the blood a little bit, I'm like grabbing a piece of laundry and like holding it up to my face. So I've got a Satan's soggy porch like hoodie or something, pressed over my nose.
What you said? My mind went to like a laundry sheet, or like a dryer sheet.
Yeah, dry here.
Oh, okay.
But
I just
but
got a
then, but
wad
then
of
you,
dryer
but then you
sheets.
said
That
like
works too.
an SP branded. They're now SP or SSP branded.
Nice.
Like I was like porch branded dryer sheets or something like that because you said merchandise.
I imagine their fans just call them Porch. They're like, "Oh, you listen to Porch?" Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted because Riley was asking a question. I interrupted.
Oh no, I think we were just gonna try to open the next one.
Same
other-
situation in the other one. Another
Save.
gory. No, I think you guys are acclimated.
Okay.
The damage is done.
Both the dryer and the washer have this stuff in it. That is so strange.
There's no dryer. There's a drying rack. There's two washing
Oh.
machines though. Yeah,
Two
Oh,
big
okay.
washing machines.
probably doesn't really matter. I probably need to clarify that.
No, that makes more sense.
I'm gonna take my baton and kind of poke at the clothes.
Okay.
Are they all shirts, like band shirts? Is it?
No, in the mixture is definitely some personal clothing, some jeans, underwear,
Shoes?
no shoes.
No shoes.
There's actually, to be very succinct, there's a bunch of merchandise shirts. Yeah, but then you find like one normal outfit. Like one pair of jeans, underwear, and like a regular shirt.
What do you guys think happened here? It's a lot of blood. Think somebody was washing blood?
Yeah, it's taking fandom to a different level. Would there be anything in that soggy journal that kind of like reminds me of what I'm looking at?
How do you read the journal?
like
Like,
with my eyes. No, I mean,
like out loud, or you mean
oh well, yeah. I guess I wouldn't be reading it out loud. I would just kind of be skimming for like mentions of like lots of blood and like cleansing the blood and something like
Sure.
that.
That was a terrible question for me. You're right. What I was looking for is when you use the UV light that Riley gave you to scan
Oh
it.
yeah, I guess I would probably have to use that.
That's when you get to a
Okay.
particularly like
Oh,
group, like one page is like splattered with blood. The lyrics on that page are adamant that dreams are more real than reality.
Mm. I'll probably show that to the camera and everyone else. And it's a
probably
particularly terrifying passage here.
this is probably a save for Riley because he's got something is lurking in their dreams.
Yeah, good callback. Good.
All right, let's see. Well, oh no, he fell. It's a control.
Point of stress.
It's like starting to get a little sweaty palmy.
Yeah.
Like, you think
Camera's-
we have enough footage of this place? Should we move on?
Did we get a sample of the blood? Is that weird? Padre, do you think you could like test it? I know we couldn't do it now, but
I mean, I could test it for blood or not. I'm not, I'm just EMT. I'm not a doctor. Damn
Is
it.
it animal or people blood? I guess we wouldn't know.
it's a good question.
I know a guy at the hospital might help me out. I guess I can maybe bring one of these shirts with me.
I realize this is a one shot, and we'll probably never get to learn the secrets of the blood. But I don't know. Sorry, it just felt like
No,
that.
that's good.
Maybe just grab the underwear. It's more portable.
Do me a favor. If you do take a sample for sampling, let me know. Like, just hit me up later. And no reason a one shot can't have a sequel down the line.
Sure. But yeah, I'll grab a. I don't know if I could find a bag or something, something to put it in. If I could find something to put it in, I'll grab like a dirty shirt from the
Okay.
one of the washing machines.
Yeah. You stuff it inside of a clean shirt and then like tie up the clean shirt.
There we go.
Yeah. Don't have to look too
I just
close.
want to be holding the blood.
Anything else of interest? I pan around a little bit more just to get some more footage.
Well, I mean, just the small, heavy-looking, rusty metal door embedded in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
With the aid of the mic, does the sound seem to be coming from there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when I move the camera over the door, anything weird?
No. Nothing
Okay.
weird. I mean, just everything, but like nothing particularly weird.
I mean, like interference wise, like
No.
you said with the.
No.
All right, Padre, are you all right for your next scene?
I think I might need to just compose myself for a moment here. Just kind of sitting there, rocking for a minute, just kind of eyes closed, muttering.
Take a cigarette break.
Yeah. No, cigarettes will kill you.
It's the '90s. Back then, it was like vitamin C.
I
Right.
think it killed us in the 90s too. That's taking a quick rest, so everybody can restore their hip protection.
All of it?
Sweet.
Yeah, if everyone does
Damn.
like Padre and tries to just like chill out in the basement.
Yeah.
I think that's like the hardest thing, even more than like no attack rolls. You just do damage. Is like the hardest thing to parse in this game is hit points. You just get it back.
How often? Yeah, they come back. Yeah.
And you're gonna lose them fast. So
Like,
Yeah.
Definitely lighting up a cigarette. It's the '90s. Unfiltered cigarettes.
Puts hair in your chest.
Yeah.
All right. So inside the crowded laundry room, you guys catch your breath. And then what?
all right, let's Let's take a look. Is this one of those rusty doors that like there's a little sliding peephole that you can look at you when you knock or anything?
Yeah, yeah. It does, like maybe it's like repurposed from like an old speakeasy or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. It also looks like it's designed to like take a beating too. In fact, as you approach
Okay.
it, the door has some dents in it. It has some like bump outs as you approach it.
Maybe
Definitely, this is a beat up.
facing us or
Yeah,
going
coming
down
out
Yes.
and-
that way.
Mhm.
Okay.
Facing you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. When you throw the latch to look through, probably holding your like pen light up to like look through, it shoots out into a long tunnel. It's a low ceiling tunnel, and it's kind of like even in the 90s, it'd be like hard to like imagine who got approval to do or dig out something like this. It looks more like a pet project than any official add-on to the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Mm,
but
yeah.
is it when you said a low ceiling? Does it still like tall enough, or do you have to crawl?
Not crawling, not quite upright, just enough that it looks uncomfortable.
Like,
Does that make
gotcha.
sense?
Gotcha.
You could probably not
Yeah.
run in these tunnels.
Hmm.
How
It
wa-
just-
how wide is
House
it?
from Barbarian.
it
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picturing. Yeah.
God.
you're imagining exactly right. And the tunnel goes on further than what your light can cast, and you can see several turns in the tunnel. It looks
God.
like it's a maze in there.
It's a sex dungeon. Jesus.
Yeah, is it sexy?
No, I didn't say sexy.
It sounds-
Listen, I'm not one to yuck on someone's yums, but
Yeah, Victoria, what are you into? My gosh.
I don't know. I just like it. Okay, it's a cool tunnel. I like it down here.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go for the door, I guess. And
I got a bad feeling, Padre, but
Okay.
all right.
just
Come this far.
throwing the lock latch, like the deadbolt, because you have like the peephole latch opened up, you can absolutely hear like the rusted metal of the latch, like, and it just like screams down the hallway.
oh dear God.
It just like you ever try to like open up a bag of chips so your parents can't hear you?
Nice and quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an avalanche.
It's absolutely that kind of feeling, only terrible and rusty.
My gosh.
That doesn't stop you though, right?
No, I guess yeah.
Okay, because the
I'm
door
determined.
like drags on the concrete floor as you like swing it open, like it's just somehow even louder, right? Victoria, it's not so loud. It almost is, but it's not so loud that
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess I gotta pull my.
But in just like holding the headphones like at distance, you can hear a thump, 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 thump coming from behind you, echoing in the
Behind us?
microphone.
Behind.
Behind
Oh
you.
shit.
Mhm.
Are the thumps as irregular as you just did them? Because that made it extra weird.
Yep.
It wasn't like thump, thump, thump. It was like thump, thump,
Thump,
Thump,
thump, thump.
thump. Yeah, like
Mhm.
uh,
And like a metallic like clanging to go with it.
oh,
But only
fuck.
Victoria can hear it, or not the rest of us?
Everyone else cannot hear it because the door, as Joseph is opening, is literally that loud. It's metal scraping across concrete, and it's just ear splitting. Victoria, it's only because you're holding your headphones like out here, out here.
Okay, that I could
Yeah.
hear anything. Yeah, I spin around and look at whatever is coming.
Nothing at eye level. It's not until you look down and you like breathe in the smell of animal that you look down and you see the angriest looking prehistoric dog like glowering at you.
Prehistoric.
Spikes on its collar. Yeah, it's like a dire dog.
Jesus.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's an angry looking dog. And the thump thump was the lead pulled out from the lawn
Okay.
stake. Yeah. So the
so
chain
yeah,
is
this
still
is
attached.
clearly the same dog from out front. Oh,
Exactly.
shit.
Yep. And you have just that much time to like connect those dots before the dog leaps at you to crunch you. Make a body save.
Oh, shit.
Joy and I are busy looking down the hallway. Should we go in there, Joe?
Oh, I promise I'm not cheating. This lady is hella strong. Strength 17.
And you pass.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. Okay,
Okay, well, yeah, I did pass in that
you
case.
did
Yeah.
you did pass? Yes? It's
Yeah.
at or below. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Riley, you say to Joseph, "Hey, are you ready to go in?" And all of a sudden, like from your like sailing past your peripheral is Victoria, like holding off this giant dog. Maybe Victoria grabbed it by the like the spikes on the collar. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
the collar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's snapping at Victoria, and she's just barely holding it off. What do you do?
Oh, I'm like, holy
Jesus
shit!
Christ.
What is that? Let's get in here and close the door.
Oh yeah. Does she look like she needs help, or can we run into the sex tunnel and escape?
Victoria, stop playing with that dog and get in here.
So much. My brain could not keep up with that series of questions. Joseph.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, she looks like she needs help, but
Oh,
she
shit.
could go into the sex tunnel if that's what you.
Well, I guess I don't know how much time we have. But Victoria, do you want to toss the dog in the tunnel, or should we run in the tunnel?
Get this fucking dog off me! That's all I can say right now.
All right. Well, if
Yeah.
if she's holding it, I'm going to try to run and grab the stake and put it somewhere, like where it might get stuck.
Ooh.
Sure.
Like maybe in maybe one of the heavy washing machines or something.
Awesome. Yeah. You throw the lead in, and then like you slam
Slam the door.
and you can feel and see like the chain like dent the door as it like the door like bends to like fit the chain just barely, and like that's enough. The dog is like stuck at like the other half of the laundry room. Unfortunately, the same half that has the stairwell.
And then just throw a bunch of shirts on it. Fuck you. And then
And you guys go running into the tunnel.
tunnel, I guess.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight line down to the other end, or what?
Yeah, but I think we're gonna close the door, right? Because
Yeah, I think once we're in, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure this goes out somewhere, right? It must be like an escape hatch, or
I think as Victoria sees you start to close the door, this doesn't mean don't close it, obviously, but she objects a little bit, and it's just like, are you guys sure? What if we get locked in here? What if it gets stuck or something?
And that's where I'm going to call for a break.
Okay.
I've been drinking a lot of water. All right, guys. We'll be back in like 5 minutes.
all right.
Cool.
See you guys.
So,
Sir, did you take a break?
I did. Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, okay. I'm
It's right over here.
gonna pop open a tall boy here.
What you got?
It's just water.
Liquid death.
We're not sponsored by this, guys.
Is that like a what is liquid death? Is that a
Just seltzer water.
okay? Is it caffeinated?
No, it's just literally just sparkling water, carbonated artesian water.
Interesting. I wonder what gives it
It's
such
just
attitude.
it's probably like the skull on the can. just it's just expensive water, but it's instead of it being in plastic bottles, I guess it's in these very large cans.
That's way better. Yeah. My neighborhood, we don't recycle glass, so I try to avoid bottles wherever I can. It's such a headache.
Okay. Oh, well, plastic bottles, I guess, for water bottles. But
Oh, that too. Yeah. But no, for like beer bottles, I try to avoid.
yeah.
Such a headache.
Oh, I
to
didn't. I
clean.
never. Is that a new skull in the back, or
This
have you
guy?
always had that?
I've always
Yeah.
had this guy. I did just paint him.
Ah, okay. I was like, it looks a
Maybe
little
that's
different.
what I'm supposed to do this too.
Is it a dice rolling thing, or
It
no?
is.
Just
You throw dice in his eyeballs and they roll out onto his mouth. Yeah.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Sort
And I
of
can
my two houseplants that I let die while I was on vacation.
and I can see your Vast Grim stuff glowing in the back there.
My Vast Grim.
The dice at the top, or the
These guys. Yep.
yeah, they're kind of glowing, or they're just shiny. I don't know.
They're like foil. These I got with Vast Grim. Yeah, so it's like a
Nice.
matching set. I like the dice a lot. A lot. The blue one is probably my favorite.
Oh, nice.
They're the easiest to read. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All my stuff, like I don't have like enough room over here for all the stuff I've had. It's like actually like all over the place below me. And I got like a bookshelf all the way over there that's just full up.
You have to get a studio.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. All right. Let's not lose the momentum. Are you sure about this, guy? As Victoria says, as you push the door shut. And it's just as loud to shut it as it is to open it. And it definitely latches with sound of finality.
Oh, it
You-
locks.
You
Oh,
absolutely hear the like chunk of the lock on the other side falling into place.
my God, that dog had thumbs. Damn it.
Door locks from the other side. Somebody was locking things from coming into the house.
Isn't that what
I
most
don't
locks
know.
do?
Well,
Joseph's
guess,
clearly lost it.
yeah. I think Riley hadn't assembled the rifle because he didn't want to accidentally shoot like a person in the house because he wasn't sure it was abandoned. But he's going to start to assemble the rifle now.
That's awesome. So in like the very like weak light of the camera that maybe like holding like this,
Mhm.
Riley gets down on like one knee and starts putting the like slotting the rifle together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we should try to get out of here. I'm sure this tunnel will take us somewhere.
Okay. Everybody test your control to meander down the maze. The sex dungeon maze.
Ooh, I passed.
Okay. Sure enough. Okay, you guys come across a room. It's a small, roundish shaped room. Okay. Like the rest of the short tunnel, which again is like just too low enough that you can't stand completely upright, and you probably have to like bend your knees a little, like bend your hips and knees a little bit to like hunch your way through. This room is no different. It's oval shaped in design. It's hand carved like everything else. You do see a hole in the ceiling, which leads up to some sort of like room above you in the house, so you know you're still underneath the house. However, the room itself is broken up and sort of maze like it's like going from like one maze into another with how many standing mirrors are in this space. Kind of have to like dodge around them. But as you step into the room, you can hear somewhere like behind some of these mirrors, you can hear the soft humming, that feminine voice, Victoria, that you're picking up from inside the house is now a quiet, almost motherly sort of vocalization somewhere inside this room.
So the mirrors aren't just like encircling the space; they're all throughout it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And just like in the laundry room, there was like a makeshift pathway like carved into the piles of clothes. There
Yeah.
are like turnabouts and stuff like that of standing mirrors inside this room. You cannot walk just like straight through this room.
Can any of us see our reflections in any of the mirrors
Mm-hmm.
at this point?
You can all of
Okay.
you can see your reflections in the mirrors.
They look normal.
Yes, some of the mirrors seem sort of warped,
Okay.
damaged. You could probably attribute that to being stuck in like a humid basement for too long. Some of the images are a little distorted.
Anything weird when I pan across the room?
Just your reflection there. I got him.
Okay. Got him. It's like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's me.
So you got the camera up with one hand and in the other you're holding a rifle? Is
Yeah.
that what's okay? Very cool. Victoria, you still got your microphone going?
I do, yeah. So you said that the sound seemed to come from behind some of the mirrors, like as if kind of looking out at some of this forest of mirrors, there's like it's like as if I were to go into it and push some of them aside or something, maybe there would be the source of the sound back there.
Yep, like on the other side of some of these mirrors is going to be the source of
Okay.
the sound. Exactly.
Can I crane the boom mic over one of the mirrors and see like if anything changes when the mic gets closer to the source of the sound without me having to actually move closer to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you like, because I'm assuming like you're standing in like the peripheral of the room, and you're
Yeah.
like sort of like fishing around with this.
Yeah.
You push it over to like one side, and you definitely the sound gets louder for sure. When you
Okay.
pan it to the other side of the room, you get sort of a staticky feedback of like holding one microphone up too close to another one.
Can I take the cans off or one of them at least and kind of listen and see like does it seem to me like Joseph and Riley would also be hearing what I'm hearing or not so much?
Everybody at this point can hear the effeminate vocalization for sure.
Okay.
But the sound from your microphone, the distortion, is only in the headphones. And you've heard it before. It's when you hold one microphone up to another microphone and it gets like into like a feedback loop.
Yeah.
It's exactly that sound. Unmistakably that sound.
And you said the other end of this room, there's like a way up.
Yes, you can see in this a hole in the ceiling, which leads
Okay, there's a hole.
back into the house. Yep.
Okay.
You would have to go through the maze of mirrors to get there.
Okay.
Are
I guess
we
try to find our way to that hole.
are we still shooting content, or should we try to get out of here? I mean, this seems pretty intriguing.
Seems like great content, honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gold. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's head down through these this maze of mirrors here.
Okay.
All right.
You'll have to go just using the microphone. You'll have to go through where this sound is coming from in order to get to the hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
It's in the same spot. The distortion is on the other side of the room.
Across from the hole, like opposite the area where the hole is.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm going to explain. Oh, I don't know. I'm so curious about that distortion. But I don't want to ask anybody to come with me. But it also feels like, I mean, it feels very much like the right thing to do, horror trope wise, for me to be like, I'm going to go over here and check this thing out, or just wander off. Like, yeah, I don't know, why not? I'll just do it. I just wander off toward the feedback. I'm so curious about why that effect would be happening in this space that I just kind of go. I assume that like the room's not that big, right? That I'll go check it out within a minute or two. I'll find my way right back to the guys and rejoin them. No biggie.
In fact, if
that's
you're holding,
my thinking. Yeah.
If you're holding a microphone straight up,
Sure, I guess they can see where I'm going.
Yeah. It's so the room's.
Yeah.
I mean, but like the space is very like between the mirror and the ceiling is very narrow too, because remember.
Okay.
But absolutely, the room is not that big, but you are able to like creep your way through this mirror maze, and you come into like this small pocket where all the mirrors are suddenly like turned into like a circle to like face. In the middle is a like a microphone stand, like for at a concert, like a weighted base, and a microphone in the stand, and then a cable that leads to like nothing in the middle of this room. But it's clearly like the mirrors are set up so the person at this microphone can like watch themselves.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna call out like Joe, Riley. I think I got
The
something.
humming stops.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And now it's dead quiet in this room.
Guys, I found a thing we should film.
Oh, I thought you were behind us the whole time.
I don't know. Yeah, can they hear me? I don't know.
The space is
I'm
not
scared
that
as hell right now.
Victoria is like 3 layers of mirror maze like right over there. If there were no mirrors in the way, you guys could both like reach out your arms and touch each other. The room is that small.
Yeah, we probably would have followed you too. Like, stay on, Victoria.
We need our
Bang,
audio,
like, get real
Victoria.
close. Make sure you get her, and then like, lose the spotlight for a moment.
However, Victoria, you did call out. So we'll retcon that. Like you just like, guys, did you see like over your shoulder, right?
Okay,
but even that was enough noise that like suddenly it's the quietness is like it weighs heavily on how quiet the room suddenly is.
I reach out and tap the mic, like they do the pop, pop.
You reverberating in like the whole room, you hear like as if there were like speakers everywhere in the room, like thud, 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 thud. And then you hear, Victoria, this way. Come this way, Victoria. Make a control save.
Okay, yeah. Oh, very fitting. I failed that aggressively. Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Joseph and Riley, you see Victoria like reach out and tap, tap, tap. And you guys also hear the sound like as if there were speakers all throughout the room. But to be clear, the cable on the microphone leads to nothing. Ooh. And then all of a sudden Victoria sort of like starts shuffling backwards away from the microphone, like between the two of you, and is like backpedaling out of the space as nonchalantly as she can muster.
Where the hell are you going?
Would you say this is a D6 stress, this one? Is this contact or exposure, do you think?
Hold that thought.
Okay, gotcha, cool.
Victoria, you turn around, and there is a woman standing in like the opening to this room behind you when you turn around. She has impeccable dark hair, and she's sort of like waving her hands in front of your face, and you see these abnormally long nails that are all vibrantly colored as if she had just colored her nails. And as you turn around, she like locks eyes with you and says, Victoria, this, and she's like pulling you with her, and you're compelled to like almost as if she's got you on like a lead, and she's like pulling you. She's walking backwards through the dark of the maze, and you're following step for step
This is a good time to mention that in my mind, Victoria is gay as hell. So I think she's probably like totally captivated by this lady and is just like, okay,
Okay. There's no
yes,
face.
ma'am.
There's no face to be seen yet. It's all the long
Okay.
hair is brushed in front of her face. I've got you for D6 turns, Victoria.
Okay.
Go ahead and let me know.
Are you rolling that, or you want me to roll it?
I don't roll anything. You let me know.
Oh, okay. Two turns.
Okay. So one turn to pull you out of the alcove. Riley and Joseph, you guys also need to make control saves at this point.
Oh, are we hearing the same thing, or just because
Yeah.
we saw this?
Because Victoria backpedals through you, turns around, and I'm assuming you guys follow her. So everyone turns around and sees this figure,
Okay.
right? So, okay, give me a D6. How many turns have I got you, Joseph?
I got a nat 1 on the control save.
6 stress.
Six turns. You are mesmerized for the next 6 turns.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yep. Got you. Joseph and Victoria
I'm
can go
sure
ahead and
he's
make
probably
your,
just doing this. Hold on.
you guys can make your control saves against D6 stress at this point. While we're now going to pivot to Riley, who in classic Miguel fashion is completely immune to everything that's going on.
Where are you guys going?
Maybe the magic of like looking through the viewfinder on your camera is what has saved you. But what you see is all of a sudden Victoria and Joseph have gone completely blank in their faces, and you notice that they are in lockstep with this shadowy figure who is leading them with her pulling hands as she's walking backwards through the maze. She is leading them. Now you see it. There's a doorway on the other side of the mirror room. So she's leading them further into the maze, step and step and step.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do? Like, or you want me to wait?
Why don't you think about what you do while we go back to Victoria and Joseph? How are your control against stress rolls?
Control against stress. What does this roll do? Or
So
what is this?
you're resisting stress.
Oh, just another control save.
Yeah.
Okay. Fail again.
D6 stress.
I failed and took 2 stress.
Very good.
All right, I'm down to 0 HP again.
Oh shit!
Man, Joseph plays it on the line, man.
He's only got 4, so he's not.
I think this would be D6 stress.
That sounds.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
All right. This is another Fallout table.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize you were. It didn't click for me. Yeah, this is exposure for sure. D20.
All right.
What'd you roll?
13.
You don't have to read it. Maybe
okay.
Maybe you
There's
should
no-
read it. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. There's a lot to unpack there, Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay. So Victoria, for your last turn of hypnotism, you and with Joseph beside you are both led further into the maze, and you are coming to realizing that there is another at this person's back. She's walking backwards into another wider chamber inside the maze. So she's leading you somewhere. And now we flip to Riley. How do you react to seeing your friends?
Well, I call to them, but if they're not responding, if I run towards them, am I going to pass the microphone, or is it moving towards them or away from the microphone?
You're going away from the microphone.
All right. I guess I'll run after them, to try to snap them out of it. It's like, what are you guys doing? Who is this lady? Ma'am. Just like following them down with the camera.
Okay. The lady is ignoring you, Riley. But we'll say, Victoria, you're coming to hearing your friend at your, just behind you, ma'am. You hear him. It's like, ma'am. And now you sort of come out of your reverie. The lady doesn't change what she's doing, but is now entirely focused on walking Joseph with her.
What is she doing? She's doing some weird.
Yeah, she's
hand
just sort of like
movement?
waving these really long painted nails in front of Joseph in a way that's clearly like playing flute music to a cobra puts it under hypnosis. You know, like it's that kind of mesmerization.
Okay.
After another couple more steps of this, you can hear the chamber that she's now walking backwards into, and Joseph is about to enter. You can hear the sound of movement inside this room. Like lots of like barefoot shuffling kind of noise. Feet on concrete kind of a thing.
Is it dark, the room, or can we see
Everything is dark.
anything?
Everything is dark.
Oh. So, like, in front of Joseph. Joe, what are you doing? Snap out of it.
He does not snap out of it.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I think I'm going to tackle him, Joseph. You know, not non-injuriously, as gently as possible. But I can see that he's not going to stop. I think once I've snapped out, I realized maybe that I was mesmerized and being drawn along by this figure. And I think I'm a little too anxious to like tackle this lady because I don't know what her deal is. But
She's too sexy. You can't tackle her.
yeah, it's like I could never. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. But I think I see that Joseph is in danger here, and I just if he's not going to respond to hand waving and talking, I'm just going to restrain him and
Okay.
just, you know.
Okay. No roll required. You just sort of like body tackle Joseph against like the side of the tunnel. And as soon as you do that, like as soon as Victoria's feet leave the ground, Riley, you see the demeanor of this shadowy woman completely changes, and she lets out such a loud shriek that the sound of it like blasts the hair right out of her face, and you see there's actually no face there. It's just a mouth. However, before you have time to process that, the shriek is so loud that the mirror room behind you explodes. So you're hit from the front by all this reverberation of her scream, and then from the back of all this like glass like flying like shrapnel against your back. Probably not enough to actually like shred you up, but enough to like really impart just like how loud and enclosed this explosion was. And everyone is going to take 10 damage, but we're dividing it amongst the three of you. So I'm going to just round it 3 damage each.
What happens to damage past HP?
It goes straight to your strength score. So your strength score is going to lower by 3. And then that is critical damage for you, which means you then need to test your strength.
Oh. And if I lose, I might die, right?
You don't die, but you are like prone.
Okay.
And you're crawling.
Yeah. Fail.
Okay, so Joseph, Victoria, as you're tackling Joseph, you can actually see like the blood like squirt out of his ears, like it like splats against the walls, and he goes down like limp below you.
Shit.
And then the shadowy figure like backpedals out of the way she was leading you guys to. She like turns and runs, leaving you guys.
Oh shit. Can I drop the camera and shoot her?
Sure. Yeah, you take a shot as she runs. Go ahead and roll rifle damage.
Can it be like Blair Witch, where it's sort of crooked now, but it's still sort of getting half of it?
Yeah, it like drops on the ground. And it's like filming this. Yeah, two
damage. Yeah, you see very red human-looking blood, like also splatters against the wall, like right by. You clip her in the shoulder, and she like sort of like spins with it, and you can hear her like barefoot, like slapping against the stone as she like goes running down into the dark.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ever a gentleman. But this leaves you guys in sort of like this tunnel between what used to be the mirror room and the direction that she ran.
Ugh. And is Joe out? Like he's
No. Well, he's down. He's not dead, but he's down.
Victoria, we should get the fuck out of here. Pardon my French. Um, we should grab Joe and try to leave this place.
Despite having taken a point of strength damage, Victoria is still pretty burly at 16 strength. I think if the Padre seems like he can sustain it okay and doesn't like object, I'm gonna put him on my shoulders and try to like carry him out, I guess.
Okay.
If that seems possible. I may need Riley's help. We'll see. I don't know.
So, Joseph has suffered critical damage. He's disabled. All you can do is crawl and grasp for life. Aid and rest are required to preserve, or he will die within the hour.
Okay.
Oof. Quite the sonic damage there.
I don't know how to do first aid on blood shooting out the ears type problems, so I think I'm just going to pick him up and try to get him out of here.
Okay. Which way do you go?
You said there was a hole in the ceiling, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we could try to get out there. That goes into the house, maybe?
Seemingly.
Okay, so as you guys return to the mirror room and you're looking up at that hole, it definitely leads back into the house, but not into any, like the room is not like wallpapered or anything like that. It looks like it's, you can see like studs and stuff like that. It's an unfinished room inside the house.
Okay.
And is like just all the mirrors just like shattered basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So your feet are crunching on broken glass at this point.
Oh, shit.
Joseph, I think for the sake of a one shot, I want to rule that you are like I picture like Hicks and Aliens when he gets like splashed with acid. You're coherent,
Okay.
but you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
it's bad. But you could, I don't want you to like stop taking action or anything like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to put you down, or are you like telling me like not to carry you around?
Yeah, I think once that the ringing in my ears stops a little bit, like, all right, I can walk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I put you back down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're kind of at a dead end here, aren't we? Once we go up through this hole.
I'm not taking any links you give ever again.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was it? It was just a ranger roll.
Yeah, options are the way the lady is, the way you came, or up through the hole in the ceiling. Be the three options here.
Well, the way we came was locked. That's a dog, right?
There were
That
other.
lady had no face.
I just like randomized you guys like wandering through the tunnels. That was your control roll, and everyone succeeded, so you found where you wanted to go. But there were
So it's kind of
there were other
okay.
ways you could have gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I think we're pretty spooked from that faceless lady, and I shot her. I'm like, let's just get out of here, guys. And I don't even have the camera anymore. I left it back there.
So yeah, it sounds like the ceiling is low enough. If we were to like hop up, could we climb through the ceiling hole?
Absolutely. Yep. Who goes
Okay.
first?
Well, I guess we would try to send the injured Padre through first, because we'll push him up, right?
Okay. Joseph, you are like pushed up into a it's clearly like a room, a space. It's like I don't want to say like a crawl space, but it's something between two rooms. On one side will be like the living room, and on the other you're separated from that room. Maybe it's a bedroom because it was further down in the house. But there is a very a small like carved into the plaster hole in the wall that is half guarded by a piece of like plywood furniture, maybe like a dresser or something like that. And it's like arranged in a way that like if you don't look too carefully, you would overlook the hole, but you can see like a little bit of the bedroom beyond. Does this make sense? Like a dresser was pushed kind of in the way. Yep. Also in the room with you though is a crude looking drawing. It's kind of hard to tell what the medium is in the dark of this room, but it's a depiction of an entity, some sort of godly being, judging by posture and reverence given to them in the picture. But there's no face on the figure. It's just all black scrawl of ink.
Lovely.
And if you guys had entered the basement through this way, I'd be calling for a control roll at this point. But I don't think this is quite past. The threshold for weird is much higher right now. But that's where you emerge into.
Okay. I'm gonna help everyone up through the hole before fucking with any of this.
Okay,
I think even though Victoria's stronger, like Riley would be ladies first, then I would try to like
you
help
do
her up.
the linked fingers,
Okay,
like grab her boot.
Yeah, the link finger.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hoist Victoria up and through the hole, and just as you're doing that, you hear another scream echoing down the hallway, and through the dark, running barefoot and completely heedless of the broken glass across the floor, she runs right over it, and the faceless woman like just like slams into you, Riley, just as you're like hoisting Victoria up, of course, right? So Victoria, like you look down, and all of a sudden you see this like shadowy figure like zip across and just like completely,
No.
Riley, you feel those long, now claw-like nails digging into your body. They do D8 damage.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I would say D8 between the nails and being like body tackled across the broken glass.
Oh, fuck. I got an 8. I only had 2 HP left, and I only have 5 strength, so I have like -1 strength now.
You're dead. You're dead.
I'm dead. She like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
I died a gentleman.
Nice.
So Victoria, as you lift up into the hole, you can hear like the wet squelching sounds of your one of your BFFs being just completely just like slashed to ribbons in the dark.
I gotta stick my head back through the hole to see what's happened to him. You know, I think not like completely out. I want to be somewhat cautious about it, but I think I need to peek down in there and be like, Riley, where you at?
It's hard to say exactly, but you can see from like reflections in the mirror from ambient light from above. She is just like throwing pieces of Riley all across the room.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Okay, I'm very saddened by this, but more immediately I am just terrified, and just right back through the hole from whence I came.
Okay.
And to the Padre, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta get out of here.
What the fuck was that? Where's Riley?
He's all over the place. He's everywhere.
Riley's everywhere now. Pushing aside the dresser, it opens up into what must be the master bedroom. There's obviously a larger bed, a dresser, or like a nightstand next to it. The doors are opened up, and there's like just piles of some sort of like magazines or pamphlets spilling out of the drawer next to the bed. There's an arrangement, like as you push the dresser, you knock down like an arrangement of like photos that were on top of the dresser. Like one of them falls down like almost into your lap as you're pushing your way through the hole. It shows a family, but the father of the family has had his face scribbled over in looks like nail polish. The bed sheets on the bed are stained with blood, and there is a doorway to the hallway.
I think at this point we're kind of just running for it, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Very much feels like the the order of the day right now is just
Okay.
to flee. Yeah.
Do you bar the hole as you like come out of it?
Joseph probably is not in the head.
You're just limping out of there, Joseph. Okay.
Right.
Victoria, do anything to like, or are you just like clear like just running, or are you gonna like stop to like close off the doorway or anything?
I think I see the picture of the family and I grab it and I stuff it like into my shirt and I keep running.
Okay.
But I do not bar the hole because I'm stupid.
Okay.
Or I'm not dumb. I'm
You're panicked.
terrified.
You're panicked. I was gonna break this in two ways: either roll dexterity to run away, or roll strength to block the doorway. But either way,
Okay.
we're gonna roll to see how well you lead yourself and Joseph out of the house.
Uh-oh.
You fail. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay. As you leave the master bedroom, there's one hallway to go down, which leads back to the living room. There are other doors in the hallway, but it's like other bedroom, bathroom, blah, 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 blah. But the only way out of the house is down the hallway, back into the living room. And as you guys come into the living room, and I'm picturing you got like Joseph, like your arm around his shoulders, and you're like half carrying him, and he's like limping along with you.
Yeah.
The door on the other side, the doorway that leads down to the basement, abruptly like slams open, and there, like standing in the doorway, is that faceless woman with her hair draped over it. Like her clawed nails like break open the door, and she's like grabbing onto the walls to like brace herself as she's like staring you two down. And as you guys start running for the doorway, she goes running for you to intercept you. What do you do?
And we can kind of tell if she has like physical form, right?
Yes, she's bleeding from
Okay.
the shoulder where Riley blasted her.
Okay.
The marks she leaves on the wall with her claw hands are very real. Yeah.
Okay. I might try a thing that will probably be the end of me, but I think that's sort of most of my avenues at the moment. I'm gonna cast some magic.
Okay.
And let's see. So my last fallout was seventh son of the seventh son, which gave me crazy powerful magic that does bad things to me also. So I'm gonna cast my crushing honey spell.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just kind of picture it as like a goo or something that like anything that like traps her or slows her down or like pushes her to the ground kind of thing.
Okay. Here's how it ends. Joseph, I have to imagine you push Victoria like out of the way, like you push her from the doorway. And all of a sudden, Victoria, you see like your friend Joseph like turns around and just starts like pulling ambient magic into the space. He must be like warping reality around him to do this. And I don't know, Joseph, have you done magic in front of these two before?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I'll say so. And actually, so I have a ancient tome as part of my gear.
Sure.
So I kind of picture that as like a weird Bible that's got like other books in it that like weird, maybe occult books on top of all the regular New Testament and stuff like that. Maybe I've read a weird thing out of there a time or two before.
So at the very least, Joseph has always alluded to being attuned with something beyond the mundane, right? So Victoria, maybe you're seeing it for real the first time. And just as Joseph pushes you towards the doorway, the faceless lady like tackles him to the floor as he starts pulling all this energy in towards him. And the plaster and wallpaper on the walls start to like bleed and warp and bubble, as if the house was maybe like a leak in the ceiling in a deluge, right? And all the wallpaper starts bursting, and all this blood and ichor starts like flowing out of the walls. And the last thing you see of your friend and this faceless woman is the interior of the house flooding up with all this viscous, syrupy goo that drowns the both of them.
Oh shit.
And you collapse in the front lawn, seeing the house is literally like melting before your eyes. And I think you have nothing more to show for it than one picture of a scratched out family.
Yeah. Wow.
You got the audio, right? You got
The
Yeah.
audio, yeah.
We lost
Well,
the camera.
Yeah, okay. In my imagination, I had dropped the boom mic once we got fully attacked. But let's say maybe I do have the audio. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is like
a loose cable like
Uh,
flowing from your like backpack or whatever, like where it records to
Yeah,
like
that-
some device. Yeah,
Satchel
Yeah.
or whatever.
crazy.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool.
and that's the end of our session.
Man,
Wow.
I always get these immune characters that end up freaking dying.
So that was I'll describe that as 1/3 of Unit DH-17, the haunted
Nice.
house crawl.
sweet.
You guys skipped half the upstairs, more than half.
Holy shit.
Oh, that was an upstairs, like
I don't
the
even think
second.
we knew that.
The upper level. Sorry, the upper level.
Oh, okay,
gotcha.
The bedrooms and all that. And there is a table of what happens after the PCs survive. So room for a sequel, I think. But do you guys have theories at this point?
I thought the washing machines were like a portal to another dimension. So I was like, but turns out
I
it
thought that was
wasn't.
going to happen too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did the woman that we saw, the apparently faceless woman, did she resemble Irene? From this band?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
We could say Victoria pieced that together from the family photo that you have, which includes Irene.
yeah. Okay.
Her husband and child. But the Irene that you just saw had no face, but everything else is that was Irene for sure. In fact, Irene in the photo has she's clearly like showing off well manicured nails. So there's a correlation there.
I don't
Maybe
really.
her lyrics or something like that journal she wrote started an accidental summoning or spell or something that started snowballing.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cult, but she's evolved into something else, it seems.
It seems like she was. We saw an image of like a faceless deity or some kind of otherworldly entity. So I'm wondering if she was worshiping it, to either just to like make darker metal music or possibly to get at her dad, who she's I suspect is very resentful of, and like that led her to worship this faceless thing, and then maybe it turns you into a faceless thing, and also gives you like a cool practice space full of mirrors and magical speakers everywhere. I don't know. That room was cool as hell. I wish I had a room like that in my basement.
Right.
Yeah.
But to be clear, the guy in the family photo would probably be her husband.
Oh, her husband.
I know you said
Oh,
her
okay.
dad, yeah.
My bad. Okay.
Oh, she had children in the photo too, or just her and her?
One child, family of 3.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Well, there was something about
Okay.
dreams too, right? Maybe she was getting these messages from the spaceless thing and writing it down in her journal. It was actually,
yeah.
here's a summoning spell. Now your family doesn't have faces anymore.
Well, we
Good
only
job.
looked in one of the machines, and there was like one outfit in one of the machines. Was there another outfit in the other machine?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought those were once it wasn't a portal, I figured somebody had gotten spun to death or something
I
inside.
thought it was maybe the kid and the husband, but there's
Right.
only one of them was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to tell us, Matt, or you don't want to spoil it?
I think I don't want to spoil it because I think there's room for
Okay.
a sequel here.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Victoria will rise again, right?
Gonna come back with another crew?
Yeah. Got some openings on my
Yes.
team here, guys.
You guys, some good content here.
No,
But we
go ahead.
But didn't Joe destroy the house?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the whole house is like melting
Yeah.
on Victoria's back as she's scrambling away. Hopefully she had the car keys.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I hope so. Yeah. um, yeah, that was cool as hell. That feels like also very much like a horror sequel thing that, like, you know, the one person, often a lady that survived the first movie, comes back and it's like, it's happening again, you know, or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
I've been training for this. Now Victoria's got
Yeah.
like 40 shotguns in her van or something like that. Yeah.
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 Avenge
What is that?
Riley.
The final girl trope.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I had a lot of fun, guys.
Cool.
And I would like to. There is a table in here that says what happens next. So
Sweet.
there's something to riff off of. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do always forget how like abruptly lethal liminal horror is, though, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure negative hit points is just dead. I'm pretty.
I mean, it
sure.
makes sense because he had 5 HP and 5 strength. He had a lot
Oh,
of
with
dex.
5 strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. As soon
Imagine
as you hit 0,
Constantine. I imagine he
Zero
looked like the Constantine guy, you know, like all skinny British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about negative. It's got to be dead. It's got to be.
yeah, I think 0 strength or lower, and you're cooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from that, aside from maybe being raised from the dead.
Yeah. There you go. That's all I got to do, Victoria.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring back both of my
Bring-
companions,
Bring
one
him
of
back.
whom is apparently a wizard. I have suddenly learned. Yeah.
All right. I don't want to say any more because I'll give away.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you guys skipped like a third of the material, so there's lots to reuse.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
We'll go to the bassist house next.
Yeah, the whole band.
Yeah. There's the drum. In case that doesn't get it all, there's the drummer. There's at least one guitar player, probably 2. Yeah.
Also, the band should have been called Impulse Daddies. We missed a huge.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Although Satan's Soggy Porch is pretty good. That's
yeah. SSP. That's
The
pretty.
band I was trying to think of earlier is Gorgoroth. Although I can't find what the new agey thing is that they turned into. I can look for that later, but
Yeah, you got to share it. You got to share it.
somewhere out there is a very funny video of them that I'm pretty sure does involve a pan flute.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right, guys, I'm going to call it here. Thanks so much for
All right,
playing.
that was fun. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for running
guys.
it.
Enjoy
It
the
was
rest
a
of your
blast. Bye, everyone.
enjoy the rest of your weekend. I guess.
Yep, you too.